Being someone who's obsessed with keeping my floors spotless, I've gone through more mops than I care to admit. From traditional string mops that left my floors wetter than a swimming pool, to fancy gadgets that promised the world but delivered disappointment. I thought I'd seen it all, but after testing a few different cleaning systems and reading countless reviews, I finally found the 5 best mops that actually deliver on their promises. And if you find something that you like, I'll leave links to all the mops mentioned in this video in the description down below. X3 Flat Floor Mop Bucket Set, best for smart water management. When I first unboxed the X3, I immediately understood why this system has such a loyal following. The genius here is in the 3-chamber setup that actually makes sense when you think about the science of cleaning. You've got your clean water chamber, you've got your washing chamber where you wet and rinse your mop, and then you finally have your dirty water chamber where all the grime ends up. It's like having a mini water treatment plant right in your cleaning closet. And honestly, this logical approach to water management is what sets the X3 apart from everything else that I've tested. I love how this system keeps your clean water actually clean throughout the entire mopping process. Unlike traditional bucket systems where you're essentially spreading diluted dirt water around your floors after the first few swipes, the X3 ensures that every time you dip that mop, you're getting fresh, clean water to work with. The microfiber pad does an excellent job of picking everything up from pet hair to sticky spills, and the flat design means you can easily slide it under furniture and into tight corners where dust bunnies love to hide. Now, I'll be completely honest with you, putting the microfiber cloth back onto the mop can be a bit of a pain. You have to make sure those prongs attach properly to both ends of the microfiber pad, and sometimes it takes a few tries to get it right.
These mop fiber heads.
A few moments later.
But it's a bit of a struggle, but I know you have to kind of bring it out just like that.
It's not a deal breaker, but it's definitely something you'll notice, especially when you're in a hurry to finish cleaning. But here's the thing, I'm a bit biased because this is still the flat floor mop bucket set that I've used today. After testing out all these different systems, I did go back to the X3 initially because the 3-chamber concept just makes the most logical sense to me. When you can physically see the dirty water being separated from your clean water, you know that you're trying your best to actually clean your floors instead of just moving dirt around. Now, speaking of moving things around, let me tell you about a completely different approach to floor cleaning that you might be interested in. KZKR Spin Mop, best for traditional cleaning power. The KZKR Spin Mop represents everything that's great about the plastic spin mop, designed, refined, and perfected. When I tested this one, I was reminded why spin mops became so popular in the first place. There's something satisfying about that centrifugal action wringing out your mop head. Honestly, there's nothing fundamentally wrong with this mop. It's a great mop that makes complete sense from an engineering standpoint. The spinning mechanism effectively removes excess water and debris from the mop head, and the microfiber strands do an excellent job of capturing dirt and grime. The bucket is sturdy, the spinning basket works smoothly, and the mop head feels solid in your hands. It's the kind of reliable cleaning tool that your grandmother would approve of, but with modern materials and improved design. However, I did notice a couple of practical considerations during my testing. First, it does take up a bit more floor space compared to some of the flatter designs like the X3 or the system I'm about to tell you about, and if you're working with limited storage space, this wider footprint might be something to consider. The other thing I observed is that when you're really going at it with the spinning action, sometimes there's a bit of water splatter that escapes the bucket. It's not a huge mess, but you might find a few droplets around the base of the bucket after an enthusiastic wringing session. But for pure cleaning effectiveness, the KZKR delivers exactly what you'd expect from a quality spin mop. The microfiber head picks up everything in its path, and the spinning action ensures you're not dragging a soaking wet mop across your floors. Now, if you're looking for something that combines the flat mop convenience with some interesting cleaning innovations, you'll want to hear about this next option. Joy Mop Flat Floor Mop Bucket Set, best for easy assembly and storage. The Joy Mop Flat Floor Mop Bucket Set caught my attention because it promises to solve one of the biggest frustrations I had with other flat mop sets: the hassle of getting everything set up and then put away. Right out of the box, this mop impressed me with how user-friendly it is. The microfiber cloth practically snaps into place without any of the wrestling matches I experienced with other systems. It's one of those small details that make a huge difference when you're trying to quickly clean up a spill or tackle your weekly floor cleaning routine. The system functions really well overall, and I found it generally easy to use from start to finish. Like other quality flat mops, it has both a wet chamber and a dry chamber, which is supposed to give you that clean water, dirty water separation that makes logical sense. What's particularly interesting about the Joy Mop is how the wet chamber actually works to rinse the mop clean from debris. You can literally watch the mop go from looking dirty and grimy to visibly cleaner as you work through it through the washing chamber. Now, there's something oddly satisfying about seeing that immediate visual feedback that your cleaning system is actually working. The dry chamber is designed to wring out excess water from the mop, which sounds great in theory. However, during my testing, I noticed that the dry chamber doesn't seem to catch as much water as you'd expect. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Some people prefer a slightly damper mop, but it's more of a functionality observation than a true drying system. I also noticed something interesting about the water flow dynamic. When you're using the drying chamber, the water seems to flow back into the wet chamber instead of staying in the dry chamber where it technically should go. Again, it doesn't really affect the cleaning performance, but it's one of those design quirks that make you go, But here's what really sold me on the Joy Mop. The storage situation is fantastic. All the pieces can be disassembled and fit neatly into the mop bucket for storage. And if you're dealing with limited closet space or just hate having cleaning equipment cluttering up your utility room, this compact storage solution is a game changer. Now, if you're someone who values convenience above all else and doesn't mind investing in consumables for the ultimate cleaning experience, let me tell you about this next option. Swiffer WetJet, best for ultimate cleanliness and convenience. The Swiffer WetJet represents a fundamentally different philosophy when it comes to floor cleaning. And after testing it extensively, I have to admit it might actually be the cleanest way to mop your floors. Here's the thing about the WetJet. You're going to need to purchase a lot of consumables, and we're talking about mopping pads, the cleaning solution, and the batteries for the spray mechanism. It's definitely more expensive to operate than any of the other systems I've tested, but there's a compelling argument for why that the cost might be worth it. Think about it this way. With traditional mops, even the best ones, you're essentially using the same cleaning pad throughout your entire house. You might rinse it out, you might wring it out, but at the end of the day, you're dragging that same piece of fabric from the bathroom to your kitchen to your living room. And with the Swiffer system, you can dispose of the mop pad after each use, which means you're never cross-contaminating between rooms. Plus, I read that the Swiffer WetJet cleaning solution is actually antimicrobial, which adds another layer of cleanliness that you can't just get with plain water systems. The convenience factor is also pretty impressive. There's no bucket to fill, no water to change, no wringing or rinsing. You just grab the WetJet, press the trigger to spray the cleaning solution and mop, and when you're done, you toss the pad and put the mop away. It's probably the closest thing to effortless floor cleaning that I've experienced. However, I did notice that this mop is significantly heavier than others, especially when you've got a full bottle of cleaning solution attached to it. During my testing, I tried hanging it on my usual command strip hooks in the closet, and it actually pulled the command strips right off the wall. Most of that weight comes from the cleaning solution bottle though, particularly when it's a fresh full bottle. The weight isn't necessarily a deal breaker, but it's something to consider if you have mobility issues or if you're planning to carry up and down the stairs regularly. But if you can handle the ongoing cost and weight, and if ultimate cleanliness is your priority, the Swiffer WetJet delivers on its promise in a way that traditional mop systems simply can't match. Now, speaking of traditional systems, let me tell you about one that's been around forever, but it might be showing its age. Libman Tornado Spin Mop System. The Libman Tornado Spin Mop System holds a special place in my cleaning journey because it was actually the first mop that I ever used when I started taking floor cleaning seriously. Looking back on it now, after testing all these other systems, I have to be honest, it feels pretty outdated. Now, don't get me wrong, this mop will still visibly clean your floors. The basic spinning mechanism works, and the microfiber head does pick up dirt and debris, and for someone who's never used anything beyond a traditional string mop, the Libman Tornado would probably feel like a significant upgrade. But compared to the more modern systems that I've tested, it has some pretty noticeable limitations. The spinning feature, while functional, sometimes creates water splatter outside of the bucket, just like I experienced with the KZKR, but without some of the refinements that make the KZKR more polished. More importantly, there are no physical bristles or scraping mechanisms like you'll find in other mops that I've mentioned. This means that the system relies entirely on centrifugal force to clean the mop head, without any mechanical action to physically remove the dirt and debris from the fibers. The mop head isn't rectangular and flat like the more modern designs, which makes it more difficult to reach into corners and tight spaces. If you've got furniture with low clearances or awkward angles in your floor plan, you'll definitely notice this limitation. I apologize that I don't have footage of me actually using this one. I've since moved on to better systems, but I wanted to include it because it does represent where a lot of people start their mop journey. And it's important to understand how it compares to the more advanced options available today. Now that I've walked you through all these different systems, let me share my honest recommendations based on what I've learned. After testing all these different mop systems, I've come to some conclusions that might surprise you. If your absolute priority is having floors that are genuinely clean and disinfected, and you don't mind paying for consumables, then the Swiffer WetJet is really your only option. The ability to use a fresh, clean pad for each cleaning session, combined with antimicrobial cleaning solution, gives you a level of cleanliness that the reusable systems simply can't match. Yes, there are ongoing costs, but if cleanliness is non-negotiable, those costs are justified. However, I think most of us can accept that our floors are probably going to have some level of residual dirt, and that's okay. We're not running operating rooms here, so we just want our floors to look clean and feel clean underfoot. If you can accept that reality, then I'd recommend the X3 mop because of the 3-chamber mechanism makes the most logical sense to me. If you've got clean water, you've got a washing area, and you've got dirty water separation. It's the closest thing to a scientific approach to mopping that I've found in a consumer product. The X3 can sometimes be a pain when you're trying to put the mopping pad back on. Those prongs need to attach properly to both ends, and it doesn't always cooperate when you're in a hurry. But the cleaning performance and the logical water management system make it worth the occasional frustration. The KZKR spin mop also makes a lot of sense from a cleaning standpoint. The spinning action effectively removes dirt and excess water, and it's a proven system that's been refined over many years. It does take up more surface area though compared to the other flat designs, but if you have the space, it's a solid choice. But here's where I'm gonna surprise you. I'm actually switching to the Joy Mop for my weekly cleaning routine. Even though the dry chamber doesn't work exactly as advertised, and even though the water flow isn't perfect, the ease of assembly and storage has won me over. The Joy Mop is just so much easier to put together and take apart, and the mop pads snap on without a fight. Everything stores neatly into the bucket, and you can actually see the mop getting cleaner as you work it through the washing chamber. For my lifestyle and cleaning habits, that convenience factor outweighs the minor technical limitations. Plus, I've accepted that my floors aren't going to be perfectly clean no matter what system I use. The Joy Mop gets them clean enough, and it makes the whole process so much more pleasant that I'm actually more likely to mop regularly instead of putting it off because I dread the setup and cleanup process. The key insight I gained from all this testing is that the best mop is the one you'll actually use consistently. If a system is too complicated, too heavy, too expensive, or too frustrating, you'll find excuses to avoid cleaning your floors. But if it's easy, convenient, and gives you decent results, you'll maintain a regular cleaning routine that keeps your home looking feeling fresh. So whether you choose the scientific precision of the X3, the traditional reliability of the KZKR, the ultimate cleanliness of the Swiffer, or the user-friendly convenience of the Joy Mop, the most important thing is that you choose something and use it regularly. And that's it for today. I hope this breakdown helped you understand the real differences between these mops, and if you find something that you like, I'll leave links to all these mops mentioned down below in the description.